What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Nintendo Land, and this is something that I wanted to talk about for a while now. It's been in the rumor mill for months, and I just never got to cover it, but it's about a special social media app coming to Switch 2. Now, of course, this is just rumors right now. This is word of mouth from some random user on Reddit or something, but apparently they claim that they know information about some type of new app coming to Switch 2, which is essentially the replacement of Miiverse. Now, if you don't know what Miiverse was, back on the Wii U days, the 10 of us that actually had one, we actually had a social media app called Miiverse, pretty much, where we could take pictures of our gameplay, we could post them, we could have little community threads where you could chat with other users. It was essentially like a Facebook kind of, but for the Wii U. It was pretty cool. I didn't use it as much as I would have liked, but a lot of people drew art and stuff thanks to the Wii U gamepad and made it really easy to use this thing. It was actually a really cool feature, and it's something that I wanted to see them expand on in the future. And of course, with the Switch, they didn't have anything like this. Miiverse was actually shut down, moving on to the Switch, and we never seen anything since then. But with this rumor coming up, it gives me hope that we could be seeing a kind of spiritual successor to Miiverse in some sort of way. Now, Miiverse never did reach the full potential that it needed to. I think Nintendo actually wanted it to be something like that interacted with your cell phone, and there's like a separate app on there. They even had some commercials that showed it working on a cell phone, and that actually never came to fruition. So obviously, it'd be really cool for them to revisit this idea, and according to this rumor, they are. Now, like I said, this Reddit post was posted a while ago, but it states Nintendo is launching a built-in social media for Switch 2 called Vimeo. I don't want to share too much in how I got the information because it could lead to someone getting into serious trouble. Essentially, this will be somewhat similar to what Miiverse was on the Wii U. Users can share screen-recorded content and make posts. I haven't seen it, but apparently the app icon looks similar to that of YouTube, but it's green. The app is designed in the style of TikTok, apparently, with a lot of vertical scrolling to view content. Yes, I am serious, LOL. There will be a direct messaging feature and community option for a feeling of social connection. I have also been told that the C button is related to the community features of this app. That's all I really know about this thing so far, but supposedly Vimeo will be available day one on Switch 2 with a stripped down mobile phone version releasing sometime later. What makes this even more interesting is a completely different user has claimed on Reddit that he's actually seen images of the UI and described the Wii U UI being an inspiration for the new Switch 2 UI, how it will have 10-row tiles on display at once, but then actually moves on to kind of confirm the other post as well and states, you can tint your icons to change the color of them. All black and red goes hard. Surprisingly, Vimeo is a legit application on the UI. I was skeptical of that at first, but it does seem to be real. Apparently, there's been rumors floating around out there as well that this is what the actual icon looks like for the Vimeo app. I don't know. I can't really say for sure. They could have easily just taken this information, jumped into an editor, and made it themselves, so it's impossible to say. Here's another image that's been floating around about the app, and apparently this is the eShop app beside it as well. So once again, take all this with a grain of salt. Probably not true, but still. Based on that information, I put together a rough logo myself of what it could look like, so yeah, take this with what you will. It's just me messing around in an editor. So yeah, this is pretty interesting. Now, this is something that I think I'm more excited for more than ever now. Of course, as a content creator on YouTube, something like this where I can actually communicate with you guys and actually have groups and communities opened up with you guys would be so awesome to have literally on the console. And it's something that I think Nintendo definitely should revisit, and apparently they're taking huge inspiration from TikTok, where everything's kind of vertical and we're just scrolling and scrolling. So I don't know if we'll be able to just scroll through pictures or videos, short videos. Is it just going to be nothing but posts, kind of like Twitter? Who knows? But this actually sounds like a great idea. Now, the C button thing makes a lot of sense. Remember, all the leaks and rumors were 100% correct with the way the console and the Joy-Con looked when Nintendo actually revealed this thing. But did you notice how the C button wasn't under the home button? It was just a button. There was nothing on it. And a lot of people thought, oh, that's one thing that they got wrong with the rumors and leaks. No, I think Nintendo actually just purposely hid that C button for a reason. They don't want people guessing and predicting what the heck C stands for and start making guesses. So I think they're actually hiding that, and it's because it's a bigger function than we're even imagining. It's not going to be just a quick little camera button or some type of, cast button to put it on a TV or something. It might be, it could, but I really do think it's something a lot deeper that could tie into a deep integrated social media app or something, that would make a lot of sense. They could literally go into depth about this thing, have like a 10-15 minute segment talking about the social media app, what it's going to do, what it's going to be like. And I actually really like the name Vimeo, so I kind of hope it's correct. But you just click on this button and it would immediately take you to that social media app where you could just immediately post about something in game, or maybe it just like freezes your frame and you can even screenshot what you're doing, immediately post it and go back to the game. Something like that would be awesome. And I'm not gonna lie, I hope Nintendo actually moves towards that direction a little bit. That would be really good, considering the fact that they could have their own social media platform to run, and maybe they could start moving things to that social media platform. Eventually it could become this huge thing where people, you know, aren't reliant on things like Twitter or Instagram or anything to view Nintendo content. Like right now, Nintendo posts everything, Nintendo Direct announcements, new game trailers, everything on Twitter. Imagine if they did everything like that on their own social media, on Vimeo, and you could get notifications when they do that on your console, on your phone, and that way they can run everything that they want under their own social media. Because that's one big problem with a lot of people nowadays, is you might be too young to have Twitter, or you might not want to have Twitter or something like that, but if you don't have Twitter, you don't get Nintendo updates. So this would be a great workaround, you know, Nintendo having their own social media app. This is also really good for games as well, because, you know, games like Mario Maker, if you really want to get your level out there seen and heard, it's almost impossible to do it in the base game. Like, you're gonna have to have some type of online reputation, posting it on social media, getting people to actually see it and hear it, because the algorithm based in game isn't all that great. A lot of the time you won't even get a lot of your levels played unless you're somebody known. So maybe this could be a way for somebody to be known. You know, they can post their levels in Vimeo and talk about them and post screenshots and cool parts of the level, getting people interested in it. Or maybe they just want to make friends. You know, they want to play Splatoon or have a competitive Splatoon team and they want to start building that. They could have like online tryouts or just play with other users thanks to Vimeo. They could post the tryouts, they can post the gameplay and say, hey, who wants to join me and stuff like that, and find friends that way. Of course, with Nintendo being the host of this app, it would be family friendly. There would be certain words or phrases that would be blocked, of course, which would be great. So that way, you know, there's no worry of parents like, oh, what if my child hears this? Or maybe you can turn on parental controls for this to make sure there's nothing bad coming up. But I think this would be a great idea for that, and also for people that maybe want to get into content creation. I know that can sound crazy, but hear me out. When I started YouTube, I would have paid so much money for an app like this because it would have helped to get the ball rolling so much faster. If you've ever been into content creation, 90% of us know how hard it is to get that ball rolling. Some of us are still trying to get that ball rolling, and I see how hard it can be because I've been there. It's really tough. It can take multiple years before you even get to 100 subscribers. It's one of the hardest things to do out there. So to make this easier and to help get newer YouTubers, up and coming YouTubers in the spotlight, they could have a social media app where you could post your content there as well, along with YouTube or wherever else you post. So that way you can get some Nintendo fans' eyes, you can tag and plug your channel and stuff. It could be a great way for you to develop your channel or to develop some type of online persona for you by doing it on Nintendo's own social media, which would be great. And of course, this is just more free advertising for Nintendo. You know, they don't have to pay anybody. They're just like, hey, use our app, and they have this big online thing, and I just hope it's actually flushed out full-fledged. Like, there's so much you can do with it. I hope it actually does have a mobile phone version coming with it. I think that would make a lot of sense. You can check all your notifications and stuff on the go. That'd be awesome. But let me know down below if you believe this or not. Is Vimeo a real thing? Is it coming to Switch 2? Are we actually going to have a new social media that's kind of like Miiverse, but in a new era? Let me know down below if you would like this, if you would not like this, and what else you would like to see come to this app. Please make sure you leave a like and subscribe before you head out. And like always, I'll see you all on the next one. See you guys.